Julius Caesar. His ambition was immense. He sought not just political office, he aimed for true dominance. The Gallic Wars, commencing in 58 BC, became his grand stage. Gaul offered wealth, loyal soldiers, and military victories. Gaul was a mosaic of fiercely independent Celtic tribes. Caesar saw a brutal training ground for his legions. He justified his campaigns as defensive measures. His deeper motives were intensely personal. Caesar was a brilliant propagandist. For several years, Caesar's legions marched relentlessly across Gaul. His soldiers became fiercely loyal. Despite Roman victories, Gallic independence smoldered. That leader would soon emerge. The Gauls had endured years of brutal warfare. Resentment simmered across Gaul. In the winter of 53-52 BC, a young nobleman named Vercingetorix emerged. Charismatic and skilled, he possessed a burning desire to free Gaul from Roman rule. He understood the fundamental reason for past Gallic failures, their crippling disunity. Vercingetorix rallied the tribes, urging them to forget their rivalries and unite against Rome. He adopted a scorched earth policy, starving Caesar's legions by burning towns, villages, and fields. This harsh strategy inflicted immense suffering but was necessary for the hope of freedom. Caesar, alarmed by this unified strategy, pursued Vercingetorix relentlessly. Vercingetorix skillfully avoided a decisive battle, finally choosing to make a stand at the fortified hilltop town of Alesia. Here he would hold out against Caesar's legions and await the arrival of a massive Gallic relief army. The stage was set for a desperate and epic confrontation. Alesia was a formidable natural fortress surrounded by steep valleys and rivers. Vercingetorix believed it was the perfect place to make his stand. He gathered around 80,000 warriors within its walls. Caesar arrived with his legions, knowing a direct assault would be costly. His army, though smaller, was composed of battle-hardened veterans. Caesar decided to encircle Alesia with two massive walls, an inner siege line to trap Vercingetorix and an outer line to defend against the expected Gallic relief army. These walls were complex, multi-layered systems of fortifications, including earthen walls, trenches, and wooden towers. Caesar's soldiers worked with incredible speed and efficiency, constructing these defenses under constant threat. Vercingetorix launched several desperate sorties to disrupt the work, but was repelled. The siege lines grew stronger and hope within Alesia dwindled as food supplies ran low. The iron rings were closing and the final confrontation was imminent. The fate of Gaul hung in the balance. Caesar made an extraordinary decision. He ordered his legions to construct two massive walls, an inner siege line to trap Vercingetorix and an outer line to defend against the Gallic relief army. The inner wall stretched for about 16 kilometers, while the outer wall extended for 21 kilometers. These walls included earthen ramparts, wooden towers, and lethal obstacle courses. Caesar's soldiers worked tirelessly, transforming into an army of builders. They dug trenches, felled trees, and constructed fortifications with practiced skill. Vercingetorix launched desperate sorties to disrupt the work, but was repelled. The siege lines grew stronger and hope within Alesia dwindled as food supplies ran low. The iron rings were closing and the final confrontation was imminent. Caesar's engineering marvel was a testament to Roman military prowess. The stage was set for a desperate and epic confrontation. The fate of Gaul hung in the balance. The Gallic relief army, numbering over 250,000, approached Alesia. The Romans were trapped between Vercingetorix's warriors inside Alesia and the massive relief army outside. The Gauls launched a furious assault on Caesar's outer fortifications. Vercingetorix ordered his warriors to attack the inner Roman wall. Chaos erupted along miles of trenches and ramparts. Julius Caesar was everywhere, directing reinforcements and inspiring his soldiers. The battle raged for several days, reaching its climax on the final day. A strong Gallic attack targeted a weak point in the Roman fortifications. Caesar took direct command, leading a desperate charge to seal the breach. His personal intervention inspired his soldiers to one final superhuman effort. The relief army's attacks faltered and failed. The Romans emerged victorious, and the fate of Gaul was sealed. Inside Alesia, Vercingetorix watched the struggle unfold. The relief army's attacks were repulsed and hope dwindled. Vercingetorix chose to surrender to save his people. He rode out from Alesia, laid down his weapons at Caesar's feet, and surrendered. This marked the end of large-scale Gallic resistance to Roman rule. Gaul was transformed into a Roman province, bringing immense wealth and manpower to Rome. Caesar's reputation soared, solidifying his power and prestige. The Battle of Alesia paved the way for Caesar's rise to supreme power and the eventual establishment of the Roman Empire. The siege showcased Roman military prowess and Caesar's genius. Vercingetorix was taken to Rome, paraded in Caesar's triumph, and executed. The Battle of Alesia stands as a pivotal moment in European history. It deserves far greater attention for its significance and impact.